Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today's reading will be a message meant to find you right now. This will be a message from the universe, so please take a moment to choose option A, B or C. Hello option A and welcome to your reading. So this message meant to find you begins with a journey. So now this is you going on I'm feeling like you're stepping out and you're starting to gain some experience. You're going on a journey of gaining experience. This card reminds us that we are created by our experiences. Everything we learn, both the bad and the good. Sometimes we'll feel like we're walking in the sun, like everything's wonderful, and at other times it can feel so dark that you feel like you can't see a light at the end of the tunnel, that there's no way out. But that's not the truth. It's just part of a journey. Some parts are longer than others. And this is a card often related to your lifetime journey, really finding yourself, exploring what you like, gaining experience and maturity. You have a card there of complete altruism and generosity. This is a card I like to say appears for someone who for example, have you ever read a book that you've loved, or watched a film or something that you've really enjoyed and you've had it for a long time but you're not really engaging with it anymore, so you choose to give it away to someone even though it might make you a little bit sad? It's saying, I've loved this and I want you to love it. It's truly sharing the things that you have with others for no other reason than absolute generosity. And I feel like at the moment you're in a very giving state. The universe is asking you to open up your heart, maybe open things up, really give to others. It may not be physical things. For some of you it will be opening up emotionally, offering someone a hand of advice or support or care. I really feel like there's a part of you that's kind of developing this aspect. You have there the Four of Fire in reverse. I feel that this journey there's a lack of focus there. This card, when you look at it, this person is very focused. They have their eye on something specific. They're taking aim, they're steadying, they're progressing. There's energy there, there's passion. But in reverse it can mean you might be looking at multiple targets at once. You might be testing things out. When pulled with the journey card, I feel like this could be part of your experience. You're trying new things out, but there's not a full direction here that you have. It's kind of wandering down these two paths or more. There's an aspect of free-spiritedness here, which I kind of feel for you is a good thing. It is a card, it is a reading about exploration here. Okay, so when we pull the card of compassion in reverse, I feel like some of you, this could relate to this. I feel it could be that you've stepped on this journey because you felt perhaps hurt or betrayed by someone, and that's why you're not ready to reach out the hand. Extend the hand of friendship, perhaps see things from someone else's point of view. I do feel that like this is more of an exploration, like you kind of going your own way, with maybe withdrawing a little bit from someone. It could be that you're on this journey because you have been compassionate, you have offered so much to someone, and it's kind of put you on a learning path now. I do feel like there's an aspect of it of learning to be giving with others that you have at the moment, learning to reach out and offer what you have, offer this positivity into your community, your friends, your family. You do have the Five of Air in reverse. Now this is a card of someone who might be struggling to deal with the public mask they're wearing, struggling to deal with public expectations. I feel for some of you, you're kind of learning to be yourself. You're learning a lot of different areas and you're working on it. This card can represent perhaps the outer image we present to the public is not the one that we truly are. You might, for example, be following strict gender roles or strict roles related to your age group or beauty standards. There's something I feel like you're kind of masking a little bit in your life, and you're having trouble doing that. And you're having trouble revealing it. This journey that you're on is about learning to kind of be with others, maybe give to others, really kind of try out new things in order to find and discover yourself. I feel like at the end of the day, this is you really working on yourself, who you are as a person. You have abundance there. You have nothing but gain. I feel like you're someone, you have quite a lot at the moment, and you're kind of open to learning. You want to gain more and more. And this learning, these experiences you're going to gain, these things that this path that you're on, is going to bring you abundance. It's going to bring you perhaps resources. It will bring new people into your life. It will bring you great fulfillment and satisfaction. It will bring you support. And I feel like for some of you, it could even bring wealth. If you look how much fruit and harvest she has there, and she even has a dragon and a rainbow. She has everything. You know, she's reaping all of the rewards, and she's kind of just sitting there enjoying them. She's holding everything in her hand. And I feel like for you are that type of person. You've pulled death and rebirth in reverse. I feel for you, when we see it in reverse, I focus on the death. This means it's going to be the end of something. Something in your life is coming to an end, and I feel like it could be a path, a situation that's putting you on this journey, that's allowing you to say, goodbye to something else, goodbye to the masks you wear, perhaps even goodbye to your lack of direction. And it's kind of opening up a new path of you. There's a sense of education here as well, like really deep inner learning. You're truly learning about yourself and something in this world, however it resonates. You have the scribe there, which is about taking record of things, really writing things down, gaining information from family or friends, from loved ones, like for example gaining information from your grandparents and writing it down, even if you don't want it now. It's to keep it for the future. It's journaling. It's kind of archiving all of your information. If you look, there's a bee there, a busy worker, someone who's diligent and continuously does it. I feel like this is a card of you really making note of everything you've learned and checking your sources of information as well. It's also a card of not just recording information, but ensuring the information you're recording is accurate, of ensuring it is fair and balanced and unbiased, because this is an air card as well. And you have that. Oh, the Ten of Earth. That is starting to reap your rewards. Like I said, there's abundance coming in for you. I think you're on a path of real, true mental, physical, emotional, spiritual type of learning, and it's going to bring an end to something, but it's also going to give you more than what you had. It's like breaking free. You're almost a caterpillar at the moment. You have the King of Water there as well. I felt like you were perhaps bored or emotionally uninvested or something, and maybe you're even looking to others like, that person has this, that person's done this, they've achieved this, why can't I have that? It's almost like you're seeing people maybe on the internet and saying, they have all of this and I don't, I want to give it a go. It's that type of energy. You're feeling like you're missing out on something. And I really feel like this message for you, meant for you right now, is that you are on a journey and you need to start finding a focus. You need to start making note of everything, checking all of your information, checking all of your resources, and allow this death, this change to occur, because with it you're going to gain extreme growth. You as a person, potentially even your material rewards are coming in here. This is a card of material rewards. I feel like there's an aspect of you fighting against someone. Like I said, I felt like there was someone put you on this path through an aspect of discomfort or pain, and I feel like there's an ongoing, perhaps a rivalry, a battle or something. And I apologise if you hear a dog barking. My neighbour just encourages it. The Faith card there, yeah. And like I said, spiritual, mental, emotional growth. It's about faith. You're believing in things. You're starting to believe in yourself and gain a connection with the world. I do feel like for some of you, you may even be coming into a spiritual era of your life. But love there again, like I said, I felt like someone had hurt you. The love in reverse can mean a broken love. It can also mean not loving yourself enough and not offering enough love into your life, into the things that you do, the people that are around you. It can also be not seeing the good in what you do have. I do feel this situation's been brought to you by conflict, and if it hasn't come yet, it will come soon. But I do feel like this is going to give you a lot of room to growth, and I'm not seeing tragic amounts of pain here. All I'm seeing is growing pains. So if you enjoyed the reading, please like, comment and subscribe. Hello option B, and welcome to your reading. We'll be starting your message off with the Counselor in reverse. I'm going to aspect it before I read it. Okay. This is a message here that you need to be very careful about the source of advice or information you're getting from. Straight away, this card stands out as receiving bad advice or giving bad counsel, or someone who doesn't listen to good counsel. I feel for you here, this is more about the information that you're receiving. You need to be certain that what you're receiving is unbiased and that it's accurate. You also need to perhaps look at other sources for advice. And this is a card that if you're at the moment you're kind of saying, I'm not listening to you, I don't want to hear about this, it might be a time to open up a little bit more. And if you're not going to listen to these people in question, this person, this thing, you might need to consider opening up to different avenues for it. You have integrity here, which is about your personal integrity. It's about being honest and open and truthful. It's about being wise and fair. It's about making sure that everything you do is integral. You're not trying to cheat people. You're not hiding things behind the scenes. You're not trying to in any way mislead people, is what I'm saying. And this could be in your actions, like for example at work or with a business. It could be in how you present yourself, how you're treating the people around you. And that's good, because it signifies that you're someone who wants to be integral, that integrity to you at the moment is going to be far more important, that you shouldn't deviate down a path that's going to encourage you to be dishonest with others. You also have choice in reverse. I feel like this is a reminder that your choices do have consequences, no matter what path you walk, whatever decision it is you make, or even if you refuse to make a decision and you just let things play out. That in itself is a choice, and everything we do has a consequence. So it's being very careful of the advice advice you take and the choices you make and where you're gaining your sources and information from. You have wisdom in reverse, which indicates there's something you need to know about, something that's potentially hidden. And I feel like there could be someone or some people in your life that perhaps haven't given you the full information. For example, it's like your parents not telling you like an important detail about how to run a household or how to get a job. It's something like that. Someone or giving you perhaps information, without offending anyone, like a religiously biased education. Do you know what I mean? There's an aspect of something that you know, but wisdom is knowing and truly understanding. In reverse, it can mean there's something that you know but you perhaps don't truly understand, or you've been given misinformation about it. You have the 7 of Vessels there. Now that's a sign of you're not going with the flow. I feel like you need to loosen up. Maybe you're feeling quite tight and stressed because choices have brought in situations that are not favourable to you. The universe is really asking for you to stop and listen and really think about things and perhaps go to some different people for advice. Yeah, you have the 2 of Fire there and the Queen of Water. Okay, yeah, this card stands out. This is a lack of mastery and control. This card upright, the 10 here, the 10 of Fire. This is a card of having mastery over your craft, over your mind, over your emotions. This is being in control. This is being in the top situation. For example, just as a random example, a master blacksmith, a professional chef, someone who is exceptional at what they do, they truly know their craft. In reverse, this means there's something you need to master either within yourself, but more likely related to a craft. Things in your life aren't fully aligned. There is some skill, there is some knowledge that you're still seeking. You have the 2 of Fire here, which is a passionate relationship, it's companionship. I feel for some of you this could also indicate potentially a side thing, like someone could be coming into your life, potentially a new romantic partner. You have the Queen of Water there, which is nurturing, it's support, it's love, it's being very warm and open. It's being someone who is willing to help put others first. It's great compassion and it's strong emotional attachment. It's almost like an unconditional love type of energy going on with this Queen. If you notice there's a crab there, this is a Cancer sign. This is loyalty, this is love, this is security here. I do feel that could be something you're seeking, and I feel that's something that's coming in for you as a side thing, not related to this. I feel like this is more related to work or education or some sort of endeavour you're following, whereas I feel this here could be more related to a potential romance coming in for you. Yeah, I do feel for some of you, again, like the 3 of Fire is not taking risks. It's not making the sacrifices you need to get something. So for example, you might need to use the phrase spend money to make money, or take a risk to gain the reward. It's that type of energy. You need to maybe give something up to get something else, or say, or kind of grit your teeth over it and bear it, and you'll soon see that there's potentially a greater reward here. And I feel like this could be related to a person. You might need to step out and be the person, if there is someone in your life that you're interested in or you want to build a stronger relationship or even collaborate with, you need to really be the one to put yourself out there. The body and mind in reverse can mean a disharmony between your higher self and yourself here in the present moment. It can mean also kind of like, sometimes I see it as a card like the Virgo moon card, I call it, where you can become so stressed it starts having physical symptoms on you. This is a reminder to be very watchful of that, to try and meditate, to bring your mind and your body into alignment, to bring everything into harmony and into balance. This is an air card, so this is about balance. This is about detachment as well. I do feel there's a part of you that needs to take some time out. You have the Mother card, which is nurturing, it's unconditional love. You have this, again, I feel like there's something in your life you really need to gain some work towards. You really need to pick up from the choices you've made, use them as a learning experience, and try to find a new avenue to make this situation work. I feel like you're now sort of stuck, and this message is kind of saying you kind of need to drop the stress. It's time to take some more risks, maybe reach out and collaborate with someone else or ask for some help, because look, the Mother here is a sign of unconditional love, of great nurturing, of enormous support, of security. She's a very positive card to pull, and I feel like this could be your energy, or it could even be someone in your life. For example, it could be your mother, it could be a strong supporting figure you have, it could even be this potential partner you may have or that may be coming in that represents the mother, who will be here to support you and hold the backbone up. So I'm going to pull one more. I feel an urge to pull one more card. No, 2. There's 2 coming. The Youth. Yeah. Okay, so I like it when you pull the youth because it means you have kind of the resources you need to take yourself out and go on an adventure. The youth is about physical exploration. It's gaining experience. It's like when you leave home for the first time. It's going out to play with your friends for the first time. It's gaining experience in the world. It's travel. It's meeting people. It's learning through doing. And you also have the Ace of Earth here, which is kind of great abundance. It's a lot of security. It's comfort. It's being offered an opportunity that brings powerful rewards. It's like a jackpot type of card. It means someone who's very confident and stable, someone who's earned their rewards, someone who will be seeking great abundance, and someone who has an enormous opportunity coming in. I feel like for you, a path of learning and discovery is the important route, because there are people in your life that have every intention to misguide you and that have every intention to throw you off course, but you do have loving and supportive people around you, potentially a romance for some of you if you don't have one already. But moving down this new path of self-growth and discovery will bring you nothing but abundance and experience that will help to turn that card the right way around again, so you gain this full mastery and control and you learn to go with the flow of life. So if you enjoyed this reading, please like, comment and subscribe. Hello option C, and welcome to your reading. We'll be starting off with a card of the Self. I'm just going to jump right out and say this. I feel some of you, not all of you, some of you might be questioning possibly your gender or something fundamental about yourself, your self-image, the way you've been treated. I feel here with the card of Self, that's a card of self-discovery, that's a card of being truthful, and it's a card of shedding labels and expectations. So for example, some people might be telling you, oh, girls can't do this, or boys can't play with that, or that type of energy, or you have to be this way to be this type of person. You know, it doesn't necessarily relate to that, it could be anything, just some sort of expectation that you have to be something. This is a card that's actually very positive upright, because it means that you're very aware of this. It's a card kind of questioning yourself, building on your self foundations and on your personal identity. We have the Five of Earth here. Now this is a card of deception. And I'm feeling there's a part of you that's either feeling deceived or that other people are deceiving you. It might be that you, for some of you, are feeling you are not presenting yourself socially or physically in the way that you want to or that you can. You don't feel true to yourself, or it can feel like other people are putting expectations and pressures on you to be or look a certain way that makes you uncomfortable. Again, this doesn't have to relate to something like gender. It could simply mean your sexuality, your physical appearance. It could be anything to do with your inner self and your identity. The universe has a message for you here. You have the masculine and feminine in reverse, which can mean your masculine and feminine energies are off. It could be that recently you've been using too much of one and not the other, because every single person, whether they want to admit it or not, has masculine and feminine energies. It could mean that yours are out of balance, or that you're not seeing yourself in the correct balance. We have a card here of not being in the present moment, not listening to our intuition, not really being there, being one with the moment. I feel like some of you are perhaps caught up in fantasy or really focusing on something on your inner self. Something is causing you distress, some sort of discomfort, and you're it's not allowing you to live your current life. This is something that does need to be addressed, and I do feel that it will be addressed. I feel like it's something, and you know what it is, that you are addressing. You have the King of Fire, which is great confidence. It's someone who kind of inspires others, who motivates. It's the person who steps into the room. It's like Aries energy, Leo energy, Sagittarius, more so Aries and Leo. Someone who steps into the room with a big bright smile. They don't want to lead. They're not strong with their power in that sense. They're not rough handling, but people follow them because they're inspiring, they're vibrant. And I feel like this could be your energy. I feel like there's almost like a coming out. You want to show the world the real you. You have this King of Fire capacity to really inspire people, to be prideful of yourself, and I do feel you should be very prideful of yourself. There is no one way to look at things. This is a card of balance, of ensuring you don't look at things in all black or all white. People are very complex, so someone could have one view or do one type of thing, but in another way they have a completely other aspect of them that's equally as positive. It's also a reminder to not have a black and white thought process of all bad, all good. It's either this or that. Sometimes, especially if this does resonate with something like sexuality or gender or just the way you present yourself, who you are, what type of a For example, like labels, although this card's doing away with it, there can be subculture labels like goth, emo, things like that. Don't have such a black and white view of what people are or what yourself are. Again, I feel like this relates to the labels. You don't have to be the manliest man to be a man. You don't have to be the most feminine woman to be a woman. Do you see what I mean? You don't have to be 50-50 to be bisexual. Do you see what I mean? And that might not resonate. It might just resonate with anything to do with your identity, your personal self. Okay, that's just what I'm primarily feeling here, though. You have the Nine of Fire, which is a card of a very focus. It's you focus on what you've attained and you're trying to grow it. It's having achieved something, but you're not necessarily the person who gloats about it. You have your eye and your mind on something, on a focus that you're developing. You're growing this. You're trying to bloom this situation. You also have the Sage, which is a storyteller. You're someone who's very eager and very good at talking to others, of it telling stories. Maybe you're even a writer, but you're also equally as good as listening to them. You're listening to their stories and trying to relate to them. I do feel like this is important, that you need to help find yourself. You need to talk to others in a way. You really need to sit down with yourself, maybe even write your story down and have a look at the stories of others to really see how maybe even people in your culture are impacted by the same things. It could be an expectation of like, you like tattoos and your culture says no. It could be something like that. The Father in reverse. Now, when we pull that in reverse, it could mean that your actual father, for some of you, it could, I'm feeling it's a problem. Perhaps your father is too domineering, or he's not being responsible, or he's not providing, or he's in some way not offered to you. It could also, for some of you, relate to any other sort of masculine person, anyone really in your life who isn't embodying the tools of responsibility, of being, of authority, of calm, of compassion, of that type of energy. Yeah, I do feel here, some of you, this relates specific. This is you. Straight away I saw you, and I do feel for some of you this could literally be your father. This feels like you are, this is an individual card. You are an individual, completely unique on your own. Although nothing is original, you kind of are. Because no one is complex in the identical way to you. And I feel you're aware of this. You're very individualistic. You are someone who is very different, and it says that. Your sense of self might be too progressive, or it might be very different for your current culture, or even the times. You might be a very futuristic type of person. And I do feel like that could potentially cause some difficulty with a person in your life. It could be father, it could be mother, it could be someone. This could even represent the society or the community you're in. There's a lack of organisation and structure. This card reminds us we need to start making plans. We need to start taking responsibility. We have emotions out of balance. I think you need to build some structure. You need to get down to the bottom of this and start perhaps presenting yourself in a way that is true to how you see yourself. Because the healing card is there. Your path to healing, your individualism and your self-growth, and to get rid of this deception, I think you need to get down to the bottom of this and really come out and be who you want to be, who you see yourself. And this could even be saying, I see this person acting this way or speaking this way, and I wish I was like that. Whoever you want to be, you can be that person, because you already are deep down. If you truly long to be like this person, or have this thing, or present yourself in this way, you already are. You just need to change the visuals or the mindset, or just kind of open up and be honest about it. So if you enjoyed the reading, please like, comment and subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next one.